Welcome into another Mock Draft Monday. I am your host, Tony Tucker, here on the Warzone Sports Network. We are in fantasy football season. If you're not mocking, you're not trying. I should have wrote down something a little deeper and a little better, but I didn't because that's how I roll. I'm joined by Turn Up the Jets, Joe Scurto, Mike on the Mike Sports, Dalton from the What Up for Debate podcast, and you know Joseph M. Morley, the biggest, greatest troll on sports today. If you're a Cowboys fan, just turn off your notifications because Joe's coming for you this season. Joe, hit us with some good music. I'm going to skip the joke altogether. Let's just bust right into it. Woo! Getting fired up. As I said, we are here on Mock Draft Monday, and today we are doing a Super Flex League, which I'm very excited about. I'm going to be playing in one for the first time, and I've seen a lot of different draft strategies, and I just, I can't wait to try out the one that I've kind of settled on or see if I have to make adjustments to it on the fly. So if you're in the chat and you're in the draft, remember this is a Super Flex League. With the option to play two quarterbacks. And it looks like Joe Morley is on the clock first, and the draft is underway.
Should I screw the draft up now, or should I wait a little bit?
I think I have his jersey in the closet.
It's Joe, it's your world. We're just living in it, bud. So however you want to roll. There's nothing.
Today we are doing a super flex, right?
Yes.
I don't know. I always like them. You know how I am in the first round. You guys already know.
I know. Well, when you take Derrick Henry or I don't think you've ever taken CMC from the one spot. Dalton feels like he's ready to throw it up.
I'm not going to say this player though because I don't want to spoil it. So Joe picks it, I will raise the jersey. But if he doesn't, I won't until somebody picks him because I want him.
Okay. All right, I'm good with that, and that's the thing. Like he went the not the correct route, but like the route that I'm seeing most people going, right? Like Joe, Scurto, you said that you did a Superflex draft recently. Was Mahomes the first pick of that draft?
Yeah, it actually went Mahomes, Allen, McCaffrey, and I got Dalvin Cook with the 4th overall pick.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, I was very excited to say the least.
So I didn't do something that was surprising,
and it looks like I'm just going to do the same thing again.
I was just going to say, well, you're back on the clock, and
considering Josh Allen, but after some of the comments I had about him yesterday, Robson was losing his mind. He thought I was comparing Jared Goff to Josh Allen. I was saying the situation. It was like MVP level all the way to the conference championship or Super Bowl gets paid, right? That's all I was saying, but I guess I'm not going to take Josh Allen. We'll go Dalvin Cook.
The same old sports came in.
Yeah, that's not even funny. That's not funny.
With the joke. I think he just wants to beat Hoove to the punchline.
You have to start two quarterbacks in this league.
Shut up, Joe. Joe. None of that. He just drafted Drew Lock in the first round of a mock draft.
Who did?
Oh, come on.
Lords.
Now he's just coming to troll.
Yes. I hope the rest of the draft is better than that. I know same old is usually in the chat. I hope the rest of the draft goes a little more, but you did beat Hoove to the opportunity to draft and troll Mike on the mic for this one here. Saquon at 7. But see, this is the other thing about in the Superflex format is that all my other drafts, the first 9 picks have always been running backs. Like in most of the mocks or whatever, you don't see until it's like a receiver there. I am now on the clock.
Whew. Same old. We try to have a good draft, and you come and do this. You come and go Drew Lock in the first round.
And I would be if I was in the 9 hole, which I don't know the draft order that I'm in, but I would be very happy if I got Lamar Jackson as my first of 2 quarterbacks in a league.
Well, yeah, when Drew Lock goes before it.
I can't wait to grade these teams at the end.
Yeah, Dalton, I knew who you were talking about, and I was like, I wanted to let you know right now. I was like, he's not making it past me, but there was so many people that were there. Because I know that we both have an affinity for Lamar Jackson. And I think this year we're going to get to see him like have success passing the ball. And it might not always be pretty, but I think it's going to be effective.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. He's a beast. He's Mr. Mike on the Mike Sports MVP pick. So he loves that guy too.
Yes.
Mike on the mic.
I loved him just enough to pass on him.
Yeah, but we're so also in this format too, like the receiver situation that makes it a little bit deeper. Like I noticed in all of the mocks that I've been doing, like in the 6th round, I'm getting a wide receiver that I was struggling to get in the 4th round of just sort of a standard draft. So it's very, very interesting. Yes, that's right, football therapist. I am practicing so that I can destroy you. And I hope that at the end of this, you can come back and look at my team, and then you'll be drafting with fear. Fear! Me, because I am the greatest fantasy mind that nobody's ever heard of. I don't believe that at all. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Where did Mike go?
No receivers yet.
None.
It's like in receivers plus are already super deep. So now with like super flex, like you're going to get a wide receiver 1 probably in the 3rd or 4th round, guarantee, depending how many guys you got going on here. But quarterback, running back, and then the top 3 tight ends, basically.
I'm just having a good time waiting for my next pick. That's what sucks about drafting number 1 is you got to let everybody else draft twice just to get back to me. So that's why what?
I was just going to say 1 or 12 are my favorite positions because I like having the back-to-back. I like being like, okay, here's 2 guys I like and there's 5 positions, or whatever it is. We're 5 spots away. Here's 7 guys I think about drafting. I know I'm getting at least 2 of these players that I want. But like when you draft at 9, I'm like hoping certain people are coming back around, in that sort of anywhere in that middle range for, it's just too much waiting around in the middle.
So therapist is telling you that Drew Lock is a great pick for you to take in your regular league, Tony. So go ahead and do that. I mean, he is a football therapist. If he tells you it's a good thing.
That sofa's going to be empty if that's the kind of advice you're handing out there, my friend.
Somebody will pay for that advice. Somebody will pay.
Yes, they will. I don't know if I'm gonna like this or if I'm gonna hate this. I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Let's go, Tony. You just got the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah. So this is a strategy that I tried, and so far this is when I feel the best about my team. Is when there's 2 quarterbacks that I love that I think are going to have top 5 years. I feel like if I can get both of those guys on a super flex roster, because like I said, the running backs that are still there in rounds 3 and 4 typically are.
Tony, what are you doing?
Oh,
Teddy Bridgewater was still there. Get at him.
Oh shit.
Randy Pepperton, always great to see him.
Did anybody else get that notification? Like maybe this is happening in other spots too, but did anybody else get the notification about Jamar Chase? And they're like, "Oh, disappointed. He's not separating as much as people thought he would at camp." And it's like, oh no, the Bengals did it again. They passed up on a potential Hall of Fame lineman for a guy.
I've read the same thing about Penny Swell, that he's getting beat by bad, not so good defensive linemen as well. So it might have worked out.
Okay. Well, I mean, if that's the case, and obviously, like nobody's a lock that you're going to get in that position unless they are technically named Drew Lock. You're not going to get a lock in any part of the draft. But I just would have went offensive line. It's just me. And when I read reports like that, I'm always like,
not everybody could be an Alex Leatherwood, you know?
Are we still gonna be talking about Drew Lock in 3 years when he's not even on a roster? He's playing the XFL or something.
Do we still talk about Jay Cutler?
Yeah, we will, and we do.
Actually,
I do.
Jay Cutler was a god, and don't you ever bash Jay Cutler again. How dare you?
Jay Cutler reminds me of me if I had a chance to play in the NFL. Like I wouldn't pay attention to anything. I'd be like, I'm getting paid a ton of money and I'm just gonna fling it. And I'm not gonna be the first person here. And it's probably why I'm not more successful in life, because I have that attitude where it's like, yeah, I really want to stop and grab a breakfast sandwich before I make it into the office. Like, I think Jay Cutler and I would have been on the same team. Now, with that being said, I never wanted him to be the quarterback of my football team ever.
Never, ever.
He's gonna win a VP. It's gonna be the LVP, least valuable player in the league.
Who is?
Drew Lock.
I don't know.
Drew's gonna win the MVP.
I think he might get the start out of camp, but I can't imagine that going on very long. Like, I just like the first time he coughs up a game late, I can't imagine Fangio being like, yeah, we're going to stick with this guy right here. Like, that would just be insane to me. How is this following your other draft, Skirto? You said you got Cook. Did you go running back in that?
I went quarterback. It was madness, man. It was 14-man too. So I actually took Brady in the second round because he was the best available. It was that quarterback heavy. And then I took – who did I take third? I think I took George Kittle in the third round.
Oh, that's pretty juicy. Pretty nice. We've already had two.
Juicy. What the?
Juicy like that steak I just devoured before the show.
You did. Speaking of Devour, sponsor the show, Devour. Quick meals you can throw in the microwave and heat up in a minute and 30 seconds. Devour. They're not a sponsor at all.
You sure they're not paying us? That sounded pretty good. Are you like getting this idea we don't know about?
That was on point, man.
All you need to do with a generic ad is state the company name, say a nice sentence about them, and then finish with the company name. That's it. That's all you will ever need to know about.
I would have screwed that up.
Advertising. Oh, see, this is where your team will look really nice at the end of the draft for me, Skirto. Because I like Russell Wilson, and he was somebody that I was like, maybe he falls, and I could go with him in the third round, and I could take Zeke, because Zeke was the guy that I was sort of going back and forth on.
Yeah, I'm surprised he fell that much, honestly.
Because he sucks, Joe.
Well, I mean, if Drew Lock wasn't picked, I mean, he probably would have been taken by now.
Yeah,
I was looking at him.
That does kind of make sense.
I mean, am I crazy that I'd still pick Wilson over Prescott? Like, is that a crazy thing? I feel like Prescott is just going so early, man. It's not even like he didn't have a career-threatening injury or anything. Like,
somebody says, "What is Krusty thinking?" I don't know. Where's Krusty's team at?
What's he got?
Krusty has Murray, Prescott, and Harris so far.
I mean, Murray and Prescott, obviously, even though I just was kind of throwing shade at Prescott, that's still pretty solid. I mean,
it is,
Murray.
But I want to back you up, Joe. Like, that is something that's really strange to me, is that we have a situation where a guy had a broken ankle. He's now showed up at camp, had a little bit of shoulder soreness. He's playing with the expectation of being a $200 million man or whatever crazy number Jerry gave him. Like, that's a lot of things to change, and you have a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of people to keep happy in that offense. So I don't know. I think Russ has got a good situation where he kind of like, he can throw whoever he wants under the bus. Russ isn't getting traded in season. I just don't see that happening.
And that brings us to our next guest that I'm bringing on, and you guys can say it straight to his face, Mr. Dak Prescott. Come on.
Dakota Rain. So happy to be here with you, sir.
Yeah, Joe got scared now.
Bring it on. Let's go.
I would enjoy Dak Prescott joining the stream.
I'm a Dak fan, though. All jokes aside.
I like him, all jokes aside. I mean, he's a good guy as much as I hate the team that he plays for. He's like there's a couple Cowboys I actually really like, and Dak is at the top of the list for me. I love Dak.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Dalton, because my thing is not the Cowboy players over the years. Like, I'm a huge Michael Irvin fan. I'll always say, like, I think that in that era, like, he was right there with Jerry Rice. He just played in a different kind of system. But I just don't like the fan base, and I don't like the team. And I guess the fan base has become more tolerable because they've been losers for 25 plus years. Not like they're not losers. I'm sure that they make their mortgage payments and don't beat their kids. But what I'm saying is like that they're not winning on the football field, and they're still calling themselves America's team. Like, just the most genius branding ever. Did Hoove just auto draft both of those running backs just now?
Yeah, he doesn't have a quarterback yet, and he has 3 running backs, so he's going to be running back heavy.
I'm not going to lie. That hurts that both of those guys just went like that. That really...
That is tough.
That stings, because one of those guys you kind of had to scroll a bit for. But whatever.
No biggie. We're here.
Breaking news, Tony, if you want to read that.
Oh, my goodness. Breaking news. Cowboys fans announced that the Dallas Cowboys will win the Super Bowl this season.
Nice.
Another turn of events.
Came across the desk right now.
It just came across the wire. I do love.
I don't know what happened to Hoove.
Do not.
He's pretty consistently on here with us, so I'll give him a slide. Whatever happened, I assume something. There's a reason for it.
He's not bare clothing, I'll tell you that.
They are probably pissed because they had to get their car repainted.
Okay.
Anyway, Tony Tucker's on the clock. You can tell when Tony's on the clock because it just gets real quiet.
What
am I doing? I got to do 2 things at once.
Tony.
I can't do this.
I can't. And I told you guys that was going to happen. This is why I don't draft typically during the mock draft Monday.
You were doing so good up until the CEH pick.
What do you mean the CEH pick?
Do you see what logo is on his chest? They're going to be throwing the rock.
Oh, but that's all the more reason why
They ain't going to throw it to him. That's the problem.
I think CEH is going to have a good year.
I do too. I think he had moments last season, and in this, you want a chunk of Andy Reid's rushing offense and any offense that involves Patrick Mahomes. Like, the touchdowns I think are going to go up this year. I don't think that he'll have that same problem.
I think he'll be better than last year. And it was his rookie year, so I mean, all fairness to that. But I also think that he's not going to put up RB1 stuff. I think he's going to be an RB15, RB13.
Which to me is fine. And you're basing that on everybody staying healthy, correct?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So I don't. That's not how.
That's every ranking.
Here's the way I look at it. If you tell me that preseason you think this guy's going to finish 13 to 15, in my head I go anybody in the 15 is top 10 because there will be injuries. There will be blood. I mean, there's a movie about it. It's a fantasy football documentary.
Whoever slides into those injury spots, depending on who it is, may even be above them.
Yeah.
So if Zeke goes down, I still think I'd like Tony Pollard.
You'd like Tony Pollard better than – yeah, but that's like one situation. I don't know how many situations there are like that, to be honest.
Wanted CD.
Do people really think that
He's
Saquon
here
is
just
better than
going.
Kamara?
Huh?
Do people really think that Saquon's better than Alvin Kamara?
Steve A. Smith does. He's in the building. Oh, dude, it's about to be my turn.
Gotten sniped 3 times in this draft. Shake my head. I know you really wanted Drew Lock in that first. We understand that. Who's up? Am I on the clock yet? No.
Yeah.
No, yeah, almost there.
Anyways, if Cook goes down, Alexander. AK goes down, Latavius Murray.
I already don't like this draft.
I was on. Go ahead.
I don't like taking quarterbacks this high, and it bothers me.
Just seeing it on the board.
Yeah, it just like seeing that red on the board. It's like, what the hell?
And you like feel obligated to do it. That's the worst part. In like my draft, sorry to interrupt you, Joe. My draft, like I waited way too long. Like after I took Brady, it's because all these other guys are so good. I don't want to take, like realistically, I don't want to take Joe Burrow over a wide receiver one, and it sucks.
Yeah, I don't want to, Johnny. I don't want to go zero strategy. It's happening. It's just happening. I don't want to. It's not like I want to go zero running back. I hate it. That's why
I can guarantee one of Joe Morley's picks right now. Does anybody else know who one it'll be?
Josh Jacobs.
I think I know. No, I think because I was going to bring it up right now.
Oh,
Josh Jacobs, he wasn't my pick. But
Tony and I have Mike was right before him.
Tony, I couldn't decide. I really couldn't.
Tony, I'm gonna press the button, but I'm pretty sure you know exactly who I'm gonna pick. If you want to say it before I pick it,
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, okay. But this guy, we were talking about this guy yesterday.
Yeah, you got me.
And I said that everybody underrates him, and he continues to put it up every freaking year. He puts it up, and people continue to drop down on him.
Yeah,
remember that, Tony?
That was my pick. So well played.
Yes, we did talk about Mike Evans. That is not who I was thinking of, obviously, because I said it out loud. But Joe has had, I think, in the majority of the mock drafts, at least Javonte on 90% of his teams, and we've only drafted 8 times. Like it's a high percentage, a high number.
I've been on Javonte since the draft, and he will take over for Melvin Gordon. Everybody knows that, and he will have one hell of a year.
Hashtag give Javonte his number now.
Hashtag Mike hates Melvin Gordon.
I wouldn't say hate. That's a strong word. I have a jersey.
There's 2 people in the league that you hate, and they're both running backs.
I know one of them.
Who is it, Dalton?
Well played, Mike.
Okay, I do hate him.
Sweet Feet White. Isn't that what you call him?
Yeah, Sweet Feet.
He's calling you out again, James White. He's calling you out again.
Tony Brothers.
Oh, yeah, Tony Brothers. Tony's brother.
Tony's brother. Tony's brother.
Joe Skirto.
Tony Brothers. Tony's brother.
Tony.
There's probably some real tongue twisting going on when they try to describe his family members. Who's
Cooper
coming?
Kupp.
Tony's brother.
Tony's
brother or Tony's brother? You know, you guys get
Jalen Hurts sighting. We had Jalen Hurts sighting, guys. Starting to.
Yeah, right now, Football Therapist is trying to close the ground with that pick in the quarterback department between him and I. That's what he's trying to do, so that when our 2 teams are matched up at the end of this, whose is better, and you guys can finally be like, you know what, Tony, I think you got the best of them in this one. Raw Minds is calling me. He should be in the chat, and he would realize that I'm.
Ask Raw Minds if he. Wait, are you gonna answer the phone?
No, I'm not going to answer. That would be 3 things at once. I'm about to be on the clock. I'm supposed to be in here hosting this damn thing and having a conversation.
But we could be doing like a Julio Jones conversation.
Yeah, I know. I was going to ask him a question. CEH or Kareem Hunt without Nick Chubb? That was going to be my question for him.
I'm at a real crossroads, and because everybody that I was hoping would make it back to me is now gone.
Fantasy Shot Callers changed his name to Amber Phillips.
Oh shit! I am on
basketball news. Lucas signed a new deal. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, that's cool. It's good for him.
I wish Mark Cuban would just give me $207 million.
Get good at basketball.
I'm pretty damn good, Mike. Pretty good. Look at this. Kobe.
Stop it.
After that little Chargers event we went to, I went to 7-Eleven to grab some coffee for my little ride home. And the cash register like threw a paper ball in the trash from far away, and he didn't say anything. And I said, "You're supposed to say Kobe." And he was not having a good day. He just looked at me and didn't say a word to me and just stared at me until like he rung me up for my coffee. I was like, this is so awkward.
That dude had no childhood, man. Come on.
Then I said, "Have a good day," and he just shook his head and looked away. I was like, "Damn, this man is having a rough one."
You should have said. You can't even say Rasheed Wallace. Like, come on, say something.
Just a name.
The Tony
Kareem Hunt
pick.
I did. I did make my pick.
Where the hell's Hoove? Where's Hoove? Hoove!
I can take another running back.
2 more running backs.
Yeah, I mean, at least unless if Lawrence doesn't go here, if Dalton doesn't pick Lawrence, then if he does pick Lawrence, then he'd pick a 4th running back in Miles Sanders, and then Mark Andrews. So he'd pick another tight end too.
This might be like a stupid pick, but it's a mock draft. So
Dalton, if it's your pick, it's always stupid.
He mixed it up. You got Cooper.
Ooh,
Tila.
Amari Cooper? If you want somebody who's going to drop a lot of balls, there you go. Amari Cooper.
No, I'm just saying he didn't get a running back. Is my
Joe, you were right about my pick earlier. Now it happens.
My internet sucks. I can't even read the board.
I'll read everything to you, SoFly, if you want me to.
Read it to him, Mike.
That was a joke.
SoFly deserves that. SoFly.
No.
SoFly, you jock me. That's funny because that's Mike's nickname that I gave him. No, not funny. Okay, cool.
I'm dying over it. That was funny when you said read it to him. Like, read him every draft pick, please.
Yeah.
We're just gonna sit here. Number 1 overall, Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, Christian McCaffrey.
Joe, I would have appreciated it
here on the Warzone Sports Network. So go ahead, Mike. Get it.
Sports Network for the fans, right?
Yeah. Where did Zeke go? That's what he wants to know.
We're in round 6, and Zeke hasn't been drafted yet. That was a joke. Everyone can laugh. Ha ha ha.
Where did Zeke go?
He went 2nd round, 5th pick in the 2nd round.
I see it.
Damn.
So he went with Fantasy Shot Callers took him.
Oh, Johnny Talks Sports with the snipe.
Yeah, there's nothing that we could really do for the board to get any bigger. I guess if I just do like this, but I don't know if that really helps out, right, Mike? I don't know. Does that help out?
It is a double QB league. SoFly, you jock me.
Yeah, 2 QBs. You gotta start 2. You gotta start 2 QBs in this league. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit off. I could see mine too. Mine's a little bit.
So Tony's calling an audible here. We'll see what he does.
I am.
He was looking at ETN, and then JTS came in with the steal.
Oh, he took a Hawkinson.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
All I know is if this was a real league, I'd probably lose because my team sucks.
No.
Like, it's not, you guys are laughing, but look at my team.
Your team does kind of suck.
Your RB1's Javonte Williams.
Sorry.
Here's the thing. His running back is questionable, but he's got 2 picks coming up. A lot of people that he could fill that with. He's going to have an edge at wide receiver, tight end, and quarterback in most of his matchups. Like, that's...
You just got to load up on these running backs and hope you hit on like 1 or 2.
So, Joe, when you lose, it won't be your team. It'll be a user error. If you have Mahomes and Waller and Hopkins and then Mike Evans as your number 2, when you don't win, that's your fault. They would get you the strap.
I'll tell you it's your fault, too, at the end of the season.
Look,
I'll pull up every time that you bench someone that went off. That's a nice cup.
It is.
You want to cheers me?
And Mike, just for that comment, I'm not meeting up with you tomorrow, so have a good day.
Where are you guys? We're going to talk about that on the next show, right? After this at 5:05, I believe. We're going to do a little Monday roundtable like we do, and anything is free, open game to talk about in the world of sports.
Come join us, SoFly.
Yeah, SoFly.
I know that
Tony Talk Sports.
I have a lot.
Every time Tony talks, I'm going to cut him off right now. Go ahead,
I have
Tony.
a lot to say about. Yeah, but you have to say something meaningful, Joe. It doesn't matter. Now you just like,
come on, Joe.
Oh, they're just going to talk right over you.
Same old sports. The Kenny.
If I had to say something meaningful, I would not be able to talk at all, Tony.
getting that Eagles logo a little too close for comfort.
Sorry, I'm fixing my mic. I'm having some user errors on my cheap $30 mic from Amazon. It might be time to make a little bit more of an investment in myself.
That bird was about to fly away.
Yeah, we fly away every year except for 2018.
We pay you a lot here at the Warzone Sports Network, and we expect you to have the best equipment with that salary that you have. So Dalton, get it together.
Yeah. Can you just hit me with that company card and I'll get it ordered tonight. Just keep me posted.
Skirdo clearly spent it all. Look at it. He went all out on his setup right there. And he dropped coin on a green screen.
Oh, I'm fully invested, man. This mic is a lot of money.
That
wasn't a brag or anything. This was like my 5th microphone. I was like, okay, I need to get a good one.
That flag behind him, he picked up at the thrift store, though.
Yeah, I got this at Dollar General, I think. It was half off. It was 50 cents.
Okay.
You guys, I don't know what you said. I'm sure it was hilarious. I did want to ask.
I saw you squinting, and I knew you were trying to do something else, so I knew you weren't paying attention.
Because I was going to ask Dalton the question about are you in the Philly area?
I'm originally from South Jersey, and I went to college at St. Joe's, which is in Philly, St. Joe's Hawks. So I just graduated from St. Joe's. You'll see that flag right there. And I grew up going to Eagles games only 20 minutes away from the city. I didn't live in Philly until college. But yeah, basically, yeah.
I just wondered if you were in the area with a lot of Eagles fans and if anybody talked about the Deshaun Watson stuff.
And we're all talking about it at work, actually. So I do cold calling for sales. So anytime I see an Eagles fan, I try to talk about it with them. So I'm cold calling this HVAC place today, and I walk in, and it's like this older gentleman. Like, what do you think about Deshaun Watson coming to Philly? I should not have asked that. You can only imagine what he said. But long story short, he's all for it. He's like, yeah, it'll be fine. We'll be good. I'm like, yeah, I'm in sales. So I'm like, yeah. Like,
he's just saying things that are violently racist. And you're like,
is this going to hurt me one day? Like,
yeah, you don't want to get what's his name, Billy West, the guy who got like the hot mic situation and just got canned for not even saying anything. For not saying it. I'm about to be on the clock again. That's why I got quiet. That's why
I'm the same way, man. These guys all make fun of you, but ADHD gang, how did this thing break? I'm just gonna sit it down. But anyway, long story short, yeah, dude, ADHD gang. I can't do 2 things at once. Easily, I was trying to fix that microphone and have a conversation. Case in point.
You broke the microphone. You broke the microphone and ruined the conversation. Good job, Dalton.
Yeah, Dalton.
I'm representing the Eagles real well so far, guys.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
You even pissed Joe Skirdo off that he left the screen for a second.
I know, dude.
He's like, look at this. You see this right next to me? This whole setup? Get your game up.
Yeah, look at that.
Solid steel titanium.
Because of the sunlight. I have my whole ordeal.
Dalton, is that a Randall Cunningham jersey?
Yes. It's not a real one though. It's from this place called Cowtown, which sells them for like $10. But it's dope.
I can tell it's not real because that color would bleed off in the washer.
No. This is just my lighting. This is real, man. This is real Cowtown quality. There you go. That's your Kelly Green, Joe.
I had a friend that had a friend that was a big Eagle fan. He bought a knockoff jersey one time, and he wanted Michael Vick. Well, it said Michael Nick on the back.
Yeah, that's bad. When was that?
I don't know. Whenever Vick played for the Eagles and they sucked.
That's funny though. Michael Nick. It's his brother. It's good.
Do you even know who Randall Cunningham is?
Yes, I know who Randall Cunningham is, Joe. I play Madden. Yeah, man. I've seen film. I never watched him, of course, but woo! Yeah, I wish I could have watched him because that would have been funny.
SoFly liked that one. I had a good joke right there, Tony, and you missed it.
I did miss it. SoFly's a Cowboys fan. Has he seen your latest thing that did quite nicely on YouTube?
SoFly, just let you know, Cowboys suck.
That always cracks me up. That after a preseason game, that Joe Morley could get that animated about the Cowboys sucking when like none of their starters were in the game.
So many people got pissed off about that too. It's just preseason. I know it's preseason, but you still suck. You still suck. We expect you to show up. And you know, all the Cowboy fans were talking before that game. We're gonna beat down the Steelers here in the Hall of Fame game, and we're gonna go straight on to the Super Bowl. And then,
I mean, Ben DiNucci looked like he deserved in like JV high school football, though. Did you see him? I mean, granted, he had like no time to throw the ball, but man, when he came in, the Steelers like they wwere losing. It was 3-0, and DiNucci came in, and it was done.
Ben DiNucci. We had a big conversation about Ben DiNucci that night.
I mean, I love his name. You know, he's repping the Italians, not well, but at least he's repping the Italians. But still,
DiNucci.
DiNucci.
Mike is a big Ben DiNucci fan. Yeah, don't start with Ben DiNucci.
He's the MVP of that old.
So wait, is Same Old Sports also a Cowboys fan?
No, he's a Giants fan.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a Giants fan.
So
he likes Mike Glennon. Because we did a whole thing. I don't know if you saw it, Joe. We did a whole thing of like, who would we take over Ben DiNucci? And so that's been like a running thing in our last couple of chats. And like he said right here, he said he'll take a good slice of pizza over Ben DiNucci.
Ben DiNucci would probably take a good slice of pizza over him at this point.
The one that got me, Jay Fly said, and it made me stop my tracks with what I was saying. He said that he would take Ben DiNucci at wide receiver over Ben DiNucci at quarterback. That was the best one.
Honestly, same.
Watching Mike realize the joke was my favorite part too, because I was laughing, but then when Mike was like, he's like, yeah, so Ben. Like it was like that sort of a reaction. Like he started a sentence and processed the thought and then just lost it. It was really funny.
When is the next preseason game? Are we gonna go live for another preseason game?
I think
you may not.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
The Chargers fans will be going live this weekend.
Jets play the Giants on Saturday.
Johnny going with that 0 quarterback strategy in a 2 quarterback league. It's a bold move, Cotton.
It's a bold move. When I start drafting quarterbacks, just to foil his plans.
He's gonna get stuck with. Well, I mean, you can't get stuck with Drew Lock, can you? So it's not bad now.
He's gonna get stuck with aging, crippling, regressing Matt Ryan. And I say that he's a Falcons fan, so it's funny. It's more to me that Julio was never going to get traded away from the Falcons. We went at it about that for about 6 months leading up to Julio getting traded away from the Falcons.
Oh, that one seemed like the no-brainer. I think the one that I have a tougher time believing is Matt Ryan, right? Like he feels like he'll be there as long as he wants to be there, and I don't think he's gonna. I don't see why he would want to go.
Oh, I just got auto-picked.
Oh, way to go, Joe.
You kidding me? I pressed the thing 3 times, dude, and I got Melvin Gordon. I might just leave this draft. I was having such a good draft. I couldn't decide between Shark and Deebo Samuel, and I didn't even notice the time. That's
Joe. You got to fix your team before you get autoed on the next time.
Joe, you should go expand upon this Melvin Gordon hate rant.
It's awful, man. I mean, I don't know why he was the pick. Why he wasn't the top guy on the board. Why did they give me him?
I think he was the top guy on my board.
Oh, I had no fan unless he was I just immediately scrolled by him without even noticing because I just would never ever draft him. How do I get out of this auto pick thing?
I think you click on the name at the top, the little thing.
Yeah, it just keeps on like hold on, maybe it's on the top right.
I don't know. We should look into that.
All I know is I said I'm hurry up and making my pick so I can get back to Joe Skirto and see another auto pick.
This escalated quickly.
Come on, Mike, make your pick.
I'm gonna take Mike Williams
On the Q section, Joe is what he's saying.
This is something that I can't wait to talk about because Mike Williams got a haircut, and it's a good move. It's not only a good look, it's a good move. All business, Mike Williams.
This is brutal, guys. I can't get out of this.
Maybe sign out and sign back in real quick or something. Because like out of the I don't know.
Or might just leave the draft.
Oh, you got Chark anyways.
All right. I'm cool with that.
Now you can figure out how to save the situation.
I
Joe,
just star the guys. I don't know.
You can blame it all on me.
It doesn't really make sense because it still says I'm online, and it's just like maybe I'll just refresh the screen. I don't know. Nope, still there. There it is.
What'd you do? Tell the people at home what happened. What to do?
Right below the chat. It's like a little thing. It says auto pick on it. I don't know how I didn't see that.
Exactly where fantasy football therapist told you it'd be.
I didn't hear what you were saying. I was too rattled looking at the clock to see if I was gonna get auto picked again.
He tuned in.
All right, I'm just gonna pretend that Melvin Gordon is not on my team. He could be my mascot or something.
Yeah,
Chark is my flex. Chark is my flex.
He's gonna put up points as if he isn't on your team.
Dalton, they want to know if your whole setup just fell apart.
Hey, give us an
in-depth look. This right here is the body of the microphone.
Don't touch it too much.
We had to attach the body again. And yeah, Mike's right. There's a lot of duct tape right there. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't want to touch it too much because I got to go live at 9 again. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, fingers crossed, knock on wood.
Speaking about going live again, right after the mock draft, we're going to have our roundtable here in the War Zone. If anybody wants to join us, Joe Skirto, Mike, Tony, myself, probably will be there. Talk about anything and everything. Just having a great time. Joe might bring his best friend.
Usually doesn't come out on weekdays. That depends on my day, I guess.
Look at this. Look at this guy right here, studying hard.
What do you
think is running through this head right here?
Deep thought, Joe.
Oh, I better not mess this up. I gotta pick a good pick right now.
Tony, just speak your thoughts. We want to hear them.
I can't.
So many great selections out there.
You hear Joe whispering to you? Did it help you?
It didn't at all. It didn't help in the slightest. Because the whole time I was like, I think I'm going to go with this guy. And maybe I'm going to go here. What about this position? And then I was like, oh, I'm going to take a Dolphin. And then I know Joe's going to be like, Pah! Tua sucks. Ah! And that's what that was going on in my head the whole time.
I would never talk about a great quarterback like Tua ever.
Don't start talking about Tua because then they're gonna start drafting him in the first round soon. Just don't even bring his name up.
Yeah, Steve's coming up with a great point.
What is going on? How is Steezy's team looking? How are you feeling about your draft, Steezy? We got Barkley, Jones, Brady, Allen Robinson, Tannehill, Godwin, Chase, Odell Beckham Jr., and Noah Fant. It's a very solid squad.
That is a solid squad. Outside of Odell, just because I'm not a believer in him this year. And I always am. So that's why I'm not, because he's probably going to do good now because I'm not a believer. But the two quarterbacks, the two running backs.
As a fourth wide receiver, right. I kind of like it, though.
That's true. Yeah, he's got A-Rob and Godwin and Chase. Yeah. That's a good team.
So it definitely feels like there is there's something there. And I'm also like Ryan Tannehill as your second quarterback. Like I think he could put up top 10 numbers because that defense As far as I know, they didn't make too many great additions to that defense. I know that when we did the AFC South, somebody questioned whether or not we watch football based on a bunch of undrafted guys that he knows about. Remember that comment? He's like, "You guys even watch football?"
See that. I did see that. I mean, the Titans defense is going to be trash, and I watch football. It's going to be mediocre, maybe not trash. I mean, their cornerbacks got a lot worse, and that was already a weakness for them. Bud Dupree, of course, that's a terrific pickup, but they also had to throw $85 million at him coming off a major injury. So I don't know. I wasn't as high on the Titans as everyone else was before Carson Wentz and Quentin Nelson got hurt, because I just thought the Colts were gonna win that division, but who knows now.
Steezy Smith says, man, I feel good about this one so far. He's feeling good.
Like he should.
Yeah, 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs. And then my guy Johnny says, 10th round, I guess I'll go quarterback now. And he takes the GOAT, Brian Bolster's GOAT, in Sam Darnold.
I don't think Johnny Talk Sports knows that it's a super flex league. That's the only thing. So like he does now.
He just doesn't care.
Okay.
Because Johnny don't go with the public opinion. Yeah, shut you up right there.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He definitely does not care about the court of public opinion. I'll say that. I can second that motion. Damian Harris. This is I'm interested to see what people think about this pick.
That's a terrific value, man. I thought.
I was gonna say, did he just barely go right now?
Yeah,
I can't. They picked Gordon over Damian Harris. My auto pick. Are you joking?
Y'all really don't watch football.
Oh,
auto pick doesn't watch football.
That's an awesome pick.
I saw Damian Harris a couple rounds ago, and I was like, man, I want to take him. I thought he was already off the board.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was on.
Unless this is another one of those D Johnson situations. Is there a second, or is there another one of those?
He took Duke Johnson.
Is there a Duke David situation? Oh, well, I guess I shouldn't say that name. Converse or whatever. Let's move on. David Johnson situation that we had from a couple weeks ago. But yeah, for Harris, if they go the route that I think they're going to go with, just power running Cam into the ground until the wheels fall off, I think he could be the beneficiary of a nice season for the Patriots.
He was productive last year, and then he kind of got hurt. But in the games that he started, they kind of fed him the rock, which I think they could still do this year.
But that's kind of been the knock on him, though, right? Because wasn't his rookie season? I think he was out like the whole year or whatever.
He wasn't even activated. He wasn't activated. And I know a lot of Patriots fans, and they were all livid. Like, why didn't Damian Harris play once? And because he was a stud at Bama. I mean, everyone's a stud at Bama. But then, like last year, when he got the opportunity, he kind of ran away with it. He was definitely their best running back last year.
Yeah.
I mean, no question. He's probably – I know they drafted that kid out of was it Stanford or Oklahoma? The big running back.
Yeah, I saw that kid.
I know they drafted him too. I'm blanking on his name, but
I am too. But where was he from? Like, I remember seeing the tape on him, and I was like, how come this guy's not getting more hype?
Ramondre Stevenson. It was Oklahoma. Okay.
Yeah, just a big dude, kind of like LeGarrette Blount type.
Yes, he's
big.
6 feet 230. He's an absolute tank.
Yeah. There was something coming on the other day, and my wife goes, "Why is that guy? Is he playing one of the linemen standing there?" And I was like, "Who?" She's like, "That guy right there in the blue and white." She's talking about Derrick Henry. I was like, "Oh no, he just looks like that, like because he stands next to all the other guys on offense, and he just looks like a mountain." But she was so confused as to why the biggest guy was getting the ball.
The ball, yeah.
That's part of why he's so good at football, because he also runs like a 4.40 as that size. But she was very impressed with the stature of Derrick Henry. Thought he was an offensive lineman.
Yeah, lineman, linebacker, like anything other than a running back. If like you don't know who he is, you would not think that guy's run the ball 30 plus times for 2,000 yards.
And if you don't know, and now you know.
Oh, I like to see that the therapist is taking my guys before they come back to me. That makes me feel good about how my draft is going. I do put a little bit of credence in that. Who takes the guys I wanted before me in a draft?
Have I taken any guys that you wanted?
Henry Ruggs, I was hoping would still be there, and Amon-Ra St. Brown was a guy that I was hoping would come back to me in the 12th round. So yes, 2 receivers that I were hoping would be there for the 12th are now gone.
Does that make you feel good about yourself?
Yeah, not so much. I kind of downgrade them through the Morley lens.
Anytime I draft a Raider or I end up with Raiders players on my team, they are trade bait.
They're always on the chopping block when you have a Raider.
Josh Jacobs, come and get him, guys.
I'm just going to let you guys know that I pulled an ultimate trade last year in my league where I had Josh Jacobs who went off in week 1.
Oh, I was just about to secure the best running back duo in football, the Gus Bus and Lamar Jackson. Damn you.
Yeah, what if Lamar Jackson goes down? Is Gus Edwards better than a CH as an option?
Only had a story to tell, but it's cool. Don't worry.
I mean, what about JK?
You had Josh Jacobs. He did great week 1, Joe. And then what'd you flip?
No, you guys don't deserve the story anymore.
What about the viewers? What about the fans? They want to hear the story. Fill the chat with chants.
It was such an awesome, amazing story. It blew all you guys' minds, but I'm just going to take it right back, put it right back here. It's never coming out. Dalton, you're pretty quiet today. You going to talk?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, I don't want to overstep any boundaries. I don't want to interrupt anybody. There's just so much good discussion. I'm just taking it all in like a sponge. I'm absorbing everything. But yeah, I mean, if you want me to talk, just ask me some questions. I'm more than happy to answer. Oh wait, I'm like Tony Tucker, though. I can't draft and talk. So let me draft twice and then come back to me and ask me anything.
No. Answer my question first and then draft.
Okay, what's your question?
Who's here to amuse you, Dalton?
Who's your sleeper pick?
My sleeper pick on my team or like in general?
In general, just someone that you're targeting late. And don't say the Browns defense.
Okay, yeah. Besides them, somebody said it last week.
Defenses on here?
Yeah, I think we are, right?
I'm not drafting a defense.
I am. I'm drafting the Browns defense.
I think it's gonna make you. Oh, actually, it doesn't. No, never mind. Sleeper doesn't make you.
Sleeper doesn't make you, and I
You
would
have to draft
never.
kickers?
No,
Never.
this guy isn't my sleeper. So I need to take. Actually, wait. I guess I could take him right now.
It's always good quality when you're talking to yourself, Dalton.
You know what? Let's take the man.
The man himself.
The man. But good question. Mine. Somebody said it last week. Great answer. Marvin Jones in that Jaguars offense. I think that he's really going to kind of find himself there. I'm a big fan of him. Was a big fan of him in Detroit. Always thought he was kind of somebody that was underrated. I had him a couple of times in fantasy, and when he was on because Matt Stafford would throw him the ball multiple times a game. So it wouldn't be like he would get like a 13-point game for it. He'd get like 2 touchdowns and like 100 yards. That's like, a 22, 25-point game, and you'd be really happy with that. So that's my biggest sleeper of the year, late round. I don't know if somebody's taken him already, but if he isn't gone, definitely don't sleep on him with Trevor Lawrence getting him the ball.
I like it. I also am high on Jones. Jones.
Who are we sleeping
He's
on?
going to be a beast. You guys think that he could get over 1,000 yards next year?
Oh, 100%.
What do you think about like 1,100? Let's keep going up. Like, where do you think?
It depends on DJ to me. It depends on how good of a year DJ has. DJ is going to take most of the targets and production in the passing offense, but I definitely think that there's going to be room. I feel like the Jaguars got ETN because they're ready to air this.
Oh man, come on! Why are you doing that to me?
I knew it was going to upset you, but you will be happy to know that this pick to me makes me feel good because I will never start him over the fact that I went 2. But if I have Zach Wilson this late, I'm willing to trade one of those first 2 if he is.
Oh no!
Like if he's playing good and staying out there and staying healthy. Like if he's putting up fantasy points, the Jets aren't. I don't think they're winning a bunch of games. But I'm talking about fantasy wise. If he's putting up fantasy points with his feet, a lot of garbage time work, I would be willing and open to trading. Like reaching out to Johnny Talk Sports and say, hey, I noticed that you're quarterbacks are ranked in the bottom half.
You're trading Lamar, right?
But he has 3 stud running backs, so that's
I'm looking to get my hands on, Derrick Henry for whatever. What do you got?
Not gonna happen.
Well, maybe not you, but Johnny's a much more reasonable guy.
I'm looking at the one before you. Never mind. I was looking at Kamara, Elliott, Carson. I was looking at
when you should have been looking here.
To be honest with you, there's the only person on Johnny's team that I would trade for is Derrick Henry. So maybe I should have picked it better. Maybe I would go to Ben and I would say, hey, you unfortunately drafted Derek Carr. Everybody makes mistakes. We live, we learn. But would you be willing to part and get
and Daniel Jones? He needs quarterbacks, Tony.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would work out a trade if Zach Wilson is.
And who? What if?
Put up numbers.
You got a gripe, Joe? You look pissed.
I'm just saying, what makes you think that Lamar Jackson's that great? We've already had this discussion on the division breakdown.
He is, though. He is that great. Lamar's going to crush it, man. Like,
it doesn't matter what you say to him. He's going to.
I love Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson could literally come up to me, punch me in the face, and I would say thank you. Like, that's how I am on him. Like, he's literally like the man, and like, just don't sleep on him. I used to hate on him, and he proved me wrong multiple times. I don't like rushing quarterbacks typically, but like the guy just finds a way to get it done. Like the game where he had to take a dump and he had to leave mid-game because like Baker was coming back on him, comes back after taking a dump and wins the game. Like that's legendary. I don't know. I just have the utmost of respect for Lamar.
Therapist.
Fantasy, he's a cheat code. He is a super flex almost. He's a running I'm not saying he's a running back, but like he's a running quarterback that's going to put up RB2 numbers at the same time quarterback 1 numbers. It's like in real life, you could say you can't throw the ball downfield, but fantasy has nothing to do with real life at all.
So it's called fantasy.
I think that he's a top 5 though, because like that's something that's a really good question. I don't think that he is. And like a lot of the younger guys that I do stuff with, like guys who are like 16, 15, they are all like, and I get it. When I was younger, like the flashier players, I was like, he's top 5. Like, but like, do you guys think Lamar's like top 5? Cause like, I don't have him top 5.
For fantasy or like
in general, top 5 QBs, just like in general.
No.
I don't have him there.
He's 6 or 7 for me.
It's definitely top 10. I wouldn't say top 5.
No.
And I don't think it's even close. I don't think it's close between top 5.
I think it's close for me if we're talking about like just like on his ability alone. But I could definitely name 5 guys that I would rather have over him.
So where did Lamar Jackson finish in fantasy football last year in ranking of quarterbacks?
Not good.
Yeah, I had him in my dynasty league. He wasn't. He didn't really live up to the hype last year for me. But
he got COVID in the middle of the season.
Are we still sleeping on him?
Yeah. He also got the bubble guts. There's a lot.
Of the season.
People remember what was trending on TikTok last year? Trace McSorley.
Yes.
Yeah, so was Ben DiNucci.
Lamar finished 10th last year.
So QB1 still.
I mean, I put him at 6 or 7. Yeah. I mean, Steezy just pulled up that. I agree. I not even put Watson over, Allen and Lamar Jackson, if we're being honest, too. Like, all things aside, what they've done before, I think Watson's there, too. Allen and Lamar could be closer, though. What?
Lamar's about to prove Joe morally wrong.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm pro Lamar for sure.
He's going off.
I'm anti-Lamar.
45 total touchdowns, Joe Morley. 45 total touchdowns.
I'll put something on that.
We're gonna have to talk off screen.
Yes, can I join?
Why off screen? What's what we have the show for? Why off screen? Do it on screen. Make your bets live.
Well, we don't want to mess it up, and there could be a better opportunity. You know what I mean? We could lock it in on Friday Night Wars.
Yes,
but
we
gotta get creative with it, obviously. If you guys want to spitball it, all 5 of us can come up with it together.
I really want to listen to that song now.
Ben Dunno. Oh. Just snipe Dalton.
Dalton come back. We can blame it all on me. Dalton,
You guys see him act out getting shot?
Yo,
What happened? What happened to Dalton?
Dalton, do it again. Do it again, Dalton. Do it again.
First, FFC and me are gonna make a trade, but if FSC and me, if he shuts down my trade, this is what I'm gonna look like. That's a TikTok dance. Like the TikTok has me like learning all these dance moves. I'm a youngin' again. Like I'm like out on the dance floor, like breaking a leg and stuff. I'll take this defense though. This is a great pick, I think. Good value where I got him.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably going to end up streaming a defense. It's just what's going to happen. I think Baltimore has a few more holes than we maybe are used to in the past.
Phenomenal secondary, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're going to get burned. You'll see it week 1.
Who do they play week 1?
Yeah.
Who do you think?
You should know that. You should know.
After week 1, I will bench them week 1 then.
Yeah. I'm firing up everybody I can in week 1 against the Raiders. Actually, my the defense that I will be drafting or picking up off waivers is the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Yeah,
And this is
it's gonna happen. Nobody has them.
Rookie quarterback, rookie coach
on the road.
Am I gonna throw $100 on the Jets? Yep, but it's fine. Am I gonna be disappointed at the end of the day? Yep, probably. Yeah. But I will be there. I will be there in action. That's all.
According to that boy, Alex, it will not be a blowout.
He's like my positive reinforcement because I don't even think I can't even be optimistic at this point. But that's why I love Alex because he's like, it's okay. It's okay. This is good. And I'm just like pissed off. Like, what is Joe Douglas doing?
Are we talking about Alex, the guy who said the Jets are going 8-9, and then not less than a week later was like, you know what? I'm taking that back.
I saw that. I commented on the show this morning. I was like, this dude did not walk that. You can walk it back privately. Don't do it publicly. Come on.
When I saw that, I was like, what? Yeah, right. He should have told us like all like in like once we ended the show, hey, I really didn't mean that. But
well, yeah.
You don't come out and say a team's winning 8 games and be like, you know what? Actually,
never mind.
That's the ceiling. Like that's
maybe
I always do my projections at the ceilings.
Maybe he meant 8 divided by 2.
He put a little math in there.
Yeah, he said, yeah, the Jets are going to win 8 games divided by 2. Like he whispered it to himself.
I don't know. Alex,
I do that as an Eagles fan.
That's like absolute like ceiling. That's like Super Bowl status if they win 8 games. To be honest.
Yeah. If the Jets win 8 games,
everything has to go right.
Put that whole team in the Hall of Fame if they win 8 games.
Robert Saleh, the GOAT. He should just retire after that.
Tony's making it sound like he's taking the SATs or something right now. He's like locked in.
I actually just noticed you have to draft a kicker. I didn't even know that.
Who says?
Wow.
You didn't even
I just completed my draft and I don't have a defense or a kicker.
Oh, okay, there we go.
I'm at least gonna grab a defense. I mean, is it even worth it at this point? I don't know.
No.
See, in my league, we lock the rosters until week 1. So if you don't draft the right positions, guess what? Week 1, you're not playing those positions.
Yeah, but that is not fun at all because then
you can't even start your guys on the bench if you wanted to.
Well, no, but like Tony, he didn't draft a defense or a kicker. Well, come week 1, he wouldn't be able to play a defense or a kicker because we don't open the rosters and the free agency till after week 1.
No, like waiver wire.
Yeah, no waiver wire till after week 1.
Oh, so you are not drafting an injured guy taking the risk then? Like you wouldn't draft Kenny Galladay to be your starter because he might not play week 1.
Well, he could still be on your bench. You could draft your roster, but like Tony didn't draft a position. He
I see what you're saying. That's the roster you have to go in week 1. I get it.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like your lineup just stays the same and you can't even do anything. Like,
Well, please never invite me to your evil dictatorship league where you're being forced on how you're supposed to. This is my team and I can do whatever I want with it, but you're telling me I have to draft these positions that I'm going to be subbing out every week anyways. Like, that's just horrible.
I was in a league last year, and right before the draft, like literally hours before the draft, they break the news that you're only allowed to keep one tight end. I'm like, okay, I don't want to play. What do you mean I can only have one tight end? What if my one tight end gets hurt? They're like, tough luck. I'm like, someone in the league hoarded tight ends the year before, so they're just like, all right, now you can't have any tight ends.
Reactionary.
That's like not even a thing. That's just someone just overthinking. Like, what is the weirdest thing we're going to implement in this league? You cannot have more than one tight end. Like,
that's just reactionary. Like, that makes it less fun. Wouldn't want to be part of it.
Andy Dalton, Mr. Irrelevant.
The draft has commenced. All right.
Started with the quarterback. Now I'm here.
Super flex teams are in the books. We're starting with same old just to get it out of the way. I think he went to auto draft. Is he even in the chat anymore? I don't really feel like he tried.
Same old. This team is trash.
This is a bad team.
This is the worst team that we've ever seen on a mock draft Monday. No. It really is. Look at
I drafted that one time too with like 5 QBs.
I'd rather have that team. I'd rather have 5 QBs than Drew Lock as my first overall pick. Same old sports. What is this team?
Yeah, this is like a D- for me, and that's being nice.
Stephon Diggs, that was your best pick and the only good pick.
And Montgomery was a really good value pick because he picked them
around
4. That's a very good pick.
I think picks 2 through 4 are actually good because Diggs, Stafford in a 2 quarterback league, like, what's fine as your second quarterback. Had he taken Lamar or Dak or somebody else with number 1, the Matt Stafford looks better right there. And then David Montgomery's good, but Kyle Pitts in the 5th round.
You're being nice, Tony. You're being nice. I like same old sports, but he's a nice dude. But this is like my dog threw up, ate it, and threw it up again. This is horrible. This is crap.
This is a bad draft. I'm just trying to say something nice, and 2 through 4 is the only thing nice I can say.
Just to put them all together, Skirto, can you trade this man Melvin Gordon? Just send him there. Tyler Bass from Melvin Gordon right now. Book it.
Oh, I would do that. Let's do it.
Exactly.
I think you might be able to get AJ Dillon.
Basically, you came on here to troll Mike. That's what Same Old Sports did. He came on here to say, Mike, I'm going to make a crappy team, and you got to talk about it. Have a great day.
Well, let's move on to the next team.
What do you guys want to talk about?
You guys should do me.
Let's see.
This is my Dalton.
Dalton in the 11.
Bust Dalton's balls right now, guys.
Try it. I will defend every pick. I'm super proud right now. Joe, I'm riding a high right now that even if you busted my balls and I said it 3 or 4 times, you couldn't even break them.
It's all riding. It's all riding on Deshaun Watson, right? And whether he's not going to play. I'm okay with when you go that heavy in the beginning with like your Chubb, your Hill, your Jefferson, your Swift. I'm okay with having Cousins as your QB2 from there, but I don't want Cousins as your QB1. So
and then Winston, who might not even start.
Yeah, that slides Winston. So that's the only gripe I would say is the quarterbacks is all dependent on Deshaun. And you're gonna have to cheer for him double now if he goes to Philly. You have him on your fantasy team and he's going to your team.
Which was kind of the strategy. I mean, we'll see. Winston is like somebody I'll defend. He's like one of those players. You guys know we all have him. Somebody that everybody hates on that you like. And I always liked Winston at FSU. I don't know. Maybe he still has that in him. The fact that he threw 30 interceptions is terrible. But the fact that he threw 30 touchdowns kind of surprised me. So I don't know. And I like Sean Payton as a head coach. But yeah.
And he was legally blind.
Huh?
He was legally blind when he threw those 30 interceptions.
Yeah, and he got his LASIK, and he was like moving around with that ball. You're like, what is this doing? Like nobody like rolls at you.
Peyton will not let this man throw 30 interceptions. He won't throw 20 interceptions because Peyton will pull him before he does something like that. That's why I'm so high on AK, because I know that they're telling Winston, when all else fails, just throw it to AK. He's standing there right next to you, just waiting for the ball.
Don, I think he started off this draft hard with the Chubb. After that, the blood kind of ran out. After probably around the Sanders pick, it started to go down a little bit. So.
You're not hot on Gesicki or Landry or Antonio Brown, one of those guys?
I like Gesicki a lot. I think that was a good pick.
I like those guys, especially if we're doing full PPR. Is half PPR? Full PPR, those guys are good pickups. Gesicki's going to get a lot of receptions. Jarvis Landry's going to get fed.
I like this kicker in the game, too. Like, that guy, like, people forget, he could put up, like, 10 points a game with the Chiefs offense, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of why I picked him last. I thought that was good value.
Yeah.
Your quarterback, you have two. The quarterback thing is what throws off this team, because I think you have good depth at wide receiver. I do like Antonio Brown in the 9th and Jarvis Landry in the 10th. But it's just the quarterbacks. The running backs are fine-ish. I don't know.
What's Joe doing?
Kirk Cousins.
You like that?
Well, you do like that.
You like that, Joe?
I thought I had a great joke, and none of you guys laughed, so I'm kind of mad about it.
What is it?
No, I was talking about his team. I said he started off hard with the Chubb, and then the blood kind of ran out.
I actually didn't even pick that up, but that's
I did not know. I didn't get the foul.
Well, you said Chubb and then Hill and then Jefferson.
Hard, okay,
I missed that.
Yeah, I said the blood started to run out and it started to go down. My bad.
Yeah, but the pun would have been you start off with a Chubb and then it went downhill. That's the first two players in the draft.
Sorry, I'm not a Tony Tucker.
Can't all be Tony Tucker.
I don't think I would have made the leap in my head, but I do like it. I appreciate it. Is anybody else in the chat that wants to?
Johnny Talk Sports.
Johnny Talk Sports, you still in the house? Johnny Talk Sports.
Defend yourself and why you. This is
Derrick Henry, Devontae Adams, or is that DeAndre Adams?
Jesus, he's not playing two quarterbacks, guys.
This is
Johnny's in the house, so we can talk about his team. Let's go.
He's gonna be the only player in the league to play a super flex wide receiver.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, unless Goff has like a super favorable matchup, right?
Like super favorable, like he's playing the Raiders or something.
Yes.
Then yeah,
you could take Michael Thomas as well.
Yeah, even in the 7th round, I don't like Michael Thomas. Like, I just don't know what he's doing. I feel like he could just quit football at any time. Like, he didn't get surgery in like spite of the Saints. Like, they don't give him enough money, so he's just gonna not get foot surgery.
It doesn't seem like that's how that works.
One of my dynasty leagues, like early on last year, like before he was completely injured, I traded Lockett and Allen Robinson and got Michael Thomas and Darius Slayton, and it's a dynasty league, and I just can't believe I did that.
Wait, say the trade over again. I'm sorry.
So I got Michael Thomas. This was like first few weeks Thomas was out, but they're like, he's coming back week 4. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have Michael Thomas, CMC. We all know how that ended. So I traded Allen Robinson and Tyler Lockett to get Michael Thomas and Darius Slayton in a dynasty. And it's like, wow, that is. And now my team just kind of stinks.
You're screwed.
Slayton gets pushed down the depth chart by Tony and Galladay.
Yeah. And I don't have a first round pick. It's a mess. I was 6-2 and I went all in to just trade. And like, I'm going for a chip. I'll trade my first round. It's going to be late first round. I lost 5 in a row. So that's. Oof. It's like terrible.
Oof.
I never wanted to play fantasy football again after that, but here we are in 4 leagues this year. We're back and better than ever.
That is a shit trade.
So bad. I mean, I'm not touching Thomas at all. Like 7th round, I think that's even too high. Like you said, we don't know where he's going to be. He's putting quotes on Twitter, and apparently he's leaving everyone on red. Like, I don't know what's going on here with him.
Yeah. So even if this team were in like a regular league where you couldn't start 2 QBs, I'd still be iffy about it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, Henry and Adams and Kittle, like that's probably going to be like 75% of your points.
And Keenan, come on, Joe.
Oh, I'm sorry, and Keenan. Like Henderson, I'm fading Henderson bad. I really like Xavier Jones. I think he's going to be the guy in LA. Maybe not right away, but I don't think Henderson's a workhorse. ETN, we don't know if he's a running back, a wide receiver. He might be a kicker with Urban Meyer. We don't know. Like, who knows with him?
Tebow at tight end, and then we're gonna have ETN kicking.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know what Urban's got.
Trevor Lawrence is moving the middle linebacker.
I love the team, Johnny. 10 out of 10.
Good rating, Joe. Whose team's next? Krusty's team's next.
And we got therapists still in the building too, so we gotta do.
I'm excited about my squad, but could have used a better running back too. These types of formats gonna have 1 week position.
I disagree. I'm strong across the board. This is not therapist team. This is Krusty's team, but pretty.
Johnny said, "Let him on. He'll defend his team," but you want to talk about him behind his back.
Exactly.
If you want, I'm good. I'm good.
It was just Thomas and Henderson for me. That's
all I know.
Tony went at him a little more than me.
Me and Johnny versus you guys.
I didn't even say anything. I'm about to have an asthma attack. I can feel like the shortness of breath because of the way Joe Morley responded with his team is just making me laugh.
Remember when the Falcons were drafting Kyle Pitts and Johnny just kept saying it over and over and over and over again. And he came on the stream after they drafted Kyle Pitts and was like, I mean, Mike, I don't mean to tell you I told you so, but I mean, I told you so, man. You missed it. That's what he's going to tell you, Tony.
Oh, it's great. It's really great.
I'm on Team Johnny all the way.
Krusty's he always gets Deontay Johnson on his team. So I hope that he gets him in all of his leagues, and I hope he has a great year. Because Krusty has Deontay Johnson every single week. And I don't think it's like necessarily a reach.
I actually got an offer today, oddly enough, in that league that I just told you about. I have Higgins, and I got offered Deontay Johnson for T. Higgins straight up, which was kind of intriguing, but I did decline it.
Yes.
I would have took it.
I like T. Higgins more.
I do too.
Krusty probably already has a graphic of this team already up on his Instagram.
He probably does. I like the value in the tight end that he got to, getting Troutman down there. Like if Michael Thomas is out, somebody's got to catch footballs. Why not throw him to that guy? The receiver feels very solid. Like I feel like there's going to be a lot of production out of that. The running back situation is a little bit scary to me.
It's scary, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with that.
But I think this is a good team. It's like a good 7.5.
If all goes well, like if Harris, Gaskin, and Mozart like do what they can do and stay healthy, then it's not scary. But right now, it's scary.
Yeah, going in, I would feel nervous about my running backs because I don't know which one of them is going to be. Like, yes, you might be getting a full load from Harris. Doesn't matter.
Sorry.
Like, no. Good.
Thank you, Harris. Thank you for that.
Sorry, I'm like 15. I'm 15. Just kidding.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
I don't think my pause in sentence helped at all either. With the sentence.
It made it very clear.
Yeah. Like it's a full okay, football therapist team. Get it up on the screen. Josh Allen,
Gibson, Riley, Lamb, Hurts, Davis.
Kind of the same, like the running backs are a little.
Lance. Kenyon Drake that low is actually pretty good, right? In the 10th round.
Yeah, that's
Ridley, Lamb, and Ayuk can be dynamic. Like that could be a awesome trio right there. My opinion.
No, I agree, and I think with Juju, you're gonna get a lot of consistency, right? Like I had him on a team last year, and he wasn't getting a lot of yards, but he was getting 6-7 catches, sometimes a touchdown. Like he was putting up good, decent, playable flex numbers for me,
Right.
which was fine. And if he's your fourth wide receiver, that's a good thing. The thing I like is the Trey Lance pick where he got him. Like I wanted Trey Lance or one of Justin Fields or one of those guys to be a little bit later, and I ended up getting Zach Wilson.
Yeah, you got the worst one.
Wall Street Wilson.
Yeah, but I got him in like the 11th round. I also kind of wanted Kenyon Drake to come back. I took Harris over him.
So will you be sitting on the therapist's couch after this draft?
Oh no, I think I actually outdrafted him. Like I'm very confident. I'm very confident that my team is better than his.
Let's go.
It's over here.
Tony Tucker.
Feel good about my quarterback situation, obviously. That's fine that you don't, Joe. I get that you don't. The running back situation is, again, where my hole is. But, again, another euphemism that really didn't need. I'm going to have to work on the language for describing fantasy football. But the deficit in my team, I think, would be like the RB2 situation. But Adam Thielen in the 8th round, I feel good about that. And then I have 3 wide receivers that I all think could have good years in Waddle, Mooney, and getting Marvin Jones in the 14th.
I do like the Harris and I do like the Ronald Jones picks. The Kareem Hunt love this offseason has been ridiculous. I think it's like, I understand Kareem Hunt is good, and I'm not going to say, I don't want to say don't draft him, but so much damn love is going to him. Like, people are even saying, stay away from Chubb just to go with Kareem Hunt. Like, I watched a lot of Browns game last year because I did have Kareem Hunt on my team, and he's very touchdown dependent. I'll tell you that right now. He is the red zone running back. When the Browns get to the red zone, that's him. But you know what happens before they get to that red zone? Chubb breaks one off. Chubb takes that touchdown. Like, I don't know. I don't know how people justify Kareem Hunt as being a number 1 running back, but I think you made it up with Ronald Jones and Harris. I like those.
I mean, yeah. I think Hunt's a PPR monster. I think he's going to get the pass catches. I think he's more of a RB2, RB3. I don't think he's sniffing RB1. But like, if you have other guys like Jones and Harris, then I feel really good about Kareem Hunt there. But if he's like by far my second best running back, and let's say you didn't have Jones and Harris and you had, I don't know, Melvin Gordon, then I'm getting a little nervous.
Yeah, I think that the running back situation enters with question marks, and hopefully you can figure it out. Like, maybe we know what Harris is going to be. We know the running back situation, because Tampa, what I'm worried about is that Tom Brady's going to fall in love with the idea of having Giovanni Bernard be his James White in Tampa, and that will take away from, possibly Rojo getting some love. And more love in the passing game there. And I think that I have a little bit of where I drafted Hawkinson gives me an edge at tight end most weeks because he's going to get a lot of targets. So I'm going to stand by my team, and I feel good about it. Definitely going to the playoffs. That's what I know. And we'll see what happens then. But yes, I did call out fantasy football therapy.
You guys want to see a really good team?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll show you mine. Show you mine. Week in and week out, I put up the best team in the mock drafts, no matter what position I'm in. And then you guys go. This is how you draft right here, Tony.
No.
It's 101 in fantasy drafting right here.
This team is the worst running back core in the entire league, except for Joe Skirto's Melvin Gordon. I think even Joe Skirto's overall running back core is better than yours, Joe, even with Melvin Gordon included. That's serious.
I mean,
that is a serious thing that I'm saying right now.
I mean, come on, dude. I have Dalvin Cook and Eckler.
Exactly.
It's not like I have. It's not like Melvin Gordon.
I bet you Hoof Tube's running backs are better, and he auto-picked them. They are. I'm looking at them.
Hey, I like the UNC duo. I'm not high on Sermon like everyone else, because there's just way too much going on over there. I get it that Mostert's probably going to get hurt, 70% chance, but I mean, I don't think it's like, I don't mind Williams and Carter. I like that, but obviously that's a risk too. Like 3 rookie running backs.
That's the only question mark I see, though. He's got
your QB2 is Not going to make it through the season, unfortunately.
And the wide receiver depth. Sorry.
Peyton
Oh, you
Manning
got-
came out.
No, you're right. You got
Ben was going to have a great year.
get that out here. Andy Dalton, at least you got Andy Dalton at the end to fill in for Ben.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
quarterbacks will be fine for me. Mahomes is basically 2 of them in one. So, he's going to get 30 plus, depending on how you score in Superflex. I know Superflex leagues are kind of QB friendly in terms of points too, but I guess it depends what league you're in.
This team's making the playoffs. This team's taking the championship.
No.
You guys know.
No.
Go.
No.
Go to 4. Turn up the. There we go. 2. Mike. Mike on the mic. Here we are.
On the microphone.
Michael on the microphone. Mike is Scott Baker Mayfield, so he scores a couple points for me in real life. In fantasy, bad pick, my friend.
What?
Minus points.
Come on, Tony. You got my hopes up and then let me down. Now I have a hindsight of that. That's why I got Justin Fields to plug in later on in the season.
I do like that.
that.
Fields went earlier than I was hoping for, but
I reached a little. just because there was nothing that was available that I needed. Mike Williams was my pick, and I got sniped right before, so I was like, you know what? I'll get my QB insurance now instead of later, and grabbed him.
Garbage.
I like this team. This is probably, I think we've done, 2 QB leagues?
the Raiders fan walks in and goes, you suck, Jacobs, you're cool. Like, you can't.
Like he's a bouncer at a club?
Yeah.
Anyways, where's my weakness at? Tight end, maybe?
No, because you got that Irv Smith and you got that Bobby Tunyon.
Bob the Goat Tunyon.
I like getting Tunyon in the 8th. I don't know.
Championship team. I don't hear any gripes.
Running
Corey
back.
Davis, didn't even see him way down there.
I would say running back, Mike, because you got to worry about if CMC is going to be 100%, even though I think he will be. But then with Jacobs splitting time now and Edmonds, are you really 100% sure on Edmonds? If he's going to
I can see that. I can see that argument.
Yeah, just because Connor's in there. I think they're going to give Connor a benefit of the doubt, too. I don't think the Drake hype is as real. Joe, you probably know better than me because you're actually a fan of the team, but I don't think Drake's just going to come in here and take half of Jacobs' carries.
he's not taking the carries, but he's taking the PPR out of the backfield catches.
Yeah. And that's fine because Jacobs was never really that guy. He's going to get a lot of carries. He's touchdown friendly, and that's kind of what you're getting out of him. He's almost a poor man Derrick Henry of how he operates. Nothing to have, not comparable as a player, but he's just a big runner who scores touchdowns.
Well, will you guys give me anything? Corey Davis and Russell Gage package for a running back? Anyone?
No.
Melvin Gordon.
No. No. You couldn't get that one off your roster to me for free.
Well, Mike, I would be willing to talk with, if you're interested in Jamal Williams or Damian Harris for Corey Davis, because I really like him.
See, there we go. We got a conversation.
But here's the thing. Then I'm going to need to see that Adam Thielen just doesn't have it. I need to...
You'd need to be in trouble first before.
Yes, I need to be in trouble, but I would definitely be open to, even if Davis starts slow, I think at some point during the season that Corey Davis' talent is going to prevail. I just don't think he can be that big, that fast on a team that's going to be needing to score points endlessly, and that they're not going to figure out a way to click that they spent this money on the guy. At some point, they're going to say, we need to get this guy the football.
Well, 4 days ago, you would have thought that Adam Thielen's fantasy value has skyrocketed because everybody on the internet lost their damn minds trying to break the news that Justin Jefferson was hurt.
Oh, I know. That was hilarious.
And they all missed on it.
Breaking news, Justin Jefferson. Breaking news. You're not breaking news, guys. You're not breaking news.
My phone flooded with so many messages, and I was just like, oh man, this sucks, because there's certain people that I'm just excited to see if they can duplicate it. I don't want anybody getting hurt, but he's definitely somebody that I want to see, was there any sort of flukiness involved in his first season? But there's also just questions too, with the whole whether or not Kirk Cousins is even going to be able to play football.
All right. I've been mulling this take, and I've kind of let it out recently. What do you guys think? CeeDee Lamb produces more than Justin Jefferson in year 2? Likely? Unlikely?
I think
so. It's not really a hot take. Like nobody would be surprised by it because of the passing that the Cowboys do.
How would you not be surprised? Justin Jefferson had 500 more yards last year. I just want to point that out.
It's possible, but
you know
Jefferson
who the quarterback
is
of the Dallas Cowboys was last year?
Ben DiNucci.
Like
and Andy Dalton and
Lamb would have been up there with him if he would have had Dak the whole year.
You think he would have put up 1,400 yards?
Yeah, he would have put up a good amount of yards. He didn't have those crappy quarterbacks. I'm not saying Dak's great, but in garbage time, where the Cowboys are always in garbage time, and they're going to be there again this year, and they're always getting blown out, they're going to put up a lot of points.
I like how you throw that in there.
I'm just saying the Cowboys suck, and they always have to come back from behind, and they're going to be throwing, and it's going to pad CeeDee Lamb's stats.
So you agree with me?
What?
CeeDee Lamb's going to have more production than Justin Jefferson.
No, I'm not agreeing that. I'm saying he can put up the same production. Yes,
it's possible, but if I had to bet, I would go Jefferson just to start. But I'm very high on CeeDee Lamb this year as well.
It's plausible, like Mythbusters.
I think Lamb is going to be their best wide receiver for sure.
You're the last one, Tony. Then we'll talk about Joe's team.
But whether or not I think obviously anything is possible. I don't think it's likely.
Okay.
I'm much more comfortable with Justin Jefferson and the fact that I don't believe in Irv Smith Jr. nearly as much as Joe does. I think he's at this point ascending and Thielen is plateauing, not declining, but just sort of plateaued. He's young and big and fast and just going to dominate. So, yes, I would put all of my money in the Justin Jefferson getting.
We gotta have like a little sound board or something that goes for bad takes like that. And it goes, Mike, what did you say? CeeDee Lamb over Justin Jefferson? Bam!
Wait. I said that, and the first thing you said was, of course is likely. That was the
bam! You gone. Let's get on the Joe's team.
All right, let's go to Joe's team. Dalvin Cook.
I think I already highlighted it. Yeah, there we go. So speaking about Justin Jefferson, we got Dalvin Cook going here. Eckler.
Oh, man, Joe, I wish you could have that Melvin Gordon pick back. This is a good team, Joe.
It is.
Melvin Gordon pick screwed me, man.
I think you got the right receivers with the strategy you went with. I think you got the right guys for sure. DJ Chark, Moore, both those guys have explosion upside.
I don't have an issue with this team. It's pretty good.
It's my second favorite team.
After Mike,
if after you remove the Melvin Gordon situation from it, like had he been able to get whoever he wanted there, I'd be right there with this team.
Get your handcuff. Beautiful execution, Joe.
So right there.
Yeah, gets Andrews in the 7th round, who I think can have a big year. I really like that. I'm not as big on Tyler Lockett as other people, but as your number 2, that's fine because I think that Chark will outperform him. So I think his receivers would probably be Kupp and DJ Chark. I like DJ Chark a lot this year. He's produced with some guys that you're like, are they even in the league anymore?
Right.
Does this guy have a mullet or a mustache? Like, you don't know.
It's like Robinson. It's kind of how Robinson started out his career. Bunch of bums. Bortles, Glennon. I mean,
yeah. And as soon as you get somebody, that's why I like Robinson this year too, because I think Andy Dalton is a competent quarterback. But then once Justin Fields is thrown in there and figures it out, it'll be a whole nother ball game for him. And how exciting. That's the other thing too. You kind of have, we don't talk about this enough. How hard is it to come to work when you're like, oh, this guy I'm playing with is a scrub. This person next to me is the worst, and I have to work with them. When your attitude,
Friday night, Tony.
Exactly. When your attitude is better, you show up prepared for work with a different sort of mentality. And that's what I think will benefit Robinson. I think that will benefit Chark. Obviously, and then we get health. But let's
so you're saying Trevor Lawrence is gonna take that offense to a whole never level.
DJ Chark do.
Damn it, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah.
DJ Chark.
It's not catching on, Mike.
It's not. Mike, please go ahead
What
and
did you
give your hot take one more time.
What
Mike.
did you do, Tony?
No, we ain't doing this.
Just do it real quick.
Okay, here's my hot take. Joe Morley stinks, and his team sucks, and they don't have any running backs or any of that stuff that they need to win fantasy championships. He's going to hold up a belt. That belt doesn't mean a damn.
Name of Zeus's butthole.
Because I wasn't playing in that league.
In the name of Zeus's butthole.
Oh man, I was not expecting that.
There we go.
Always whine about their best.
Go ahead, Mike. Keep going.
That was it. That's my take.
Go ahead, Mike.
That's all. I'm good. I'm good. Chargers training.
I can't wait to play with all of
the
these.
best one. Oh wow.
You guys beat me to the punch. I was going to get some ready for the Chargers streams.
I have a bunch of little drops that I edited out for the podcast whenever I do start. I'm
Why
excited
does
about
the
that.
background have to edit out for this? So
Because when you switch brands, it goes back and forth. So I started it. It's all uploaded in a separate podcast brand.
Anyway, what time are we coming back tonight?
5 minutes.
Like 5 minutes.
right.
Yeah, let's push the show back to 5:15. I do need to stretch my legs.
I need to get me a cup of Joe.
Oh,
Wait,
what are we talking about, guys? Are we talking about the Chargers?
I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the experience a little bit. I want to talk about where you guys are going over the next couple days, tomorrow and Wednesday. Fun things happening there. I would be open if you jump back in if you do, to talk about like the overreaction of people with like Zach Wilson. I know that kind of got in the chat a little bit, like just the overreaction in general of what's going on. I'll probably throw some love out there for Dak Prescott, or not Dak, Albert Pujols and the Dodgers, and how he's able to do that.
Theo Albert.
Yes.
Theo Berto.
And favorite moments from Hall of Fame speeches might be something. Just to have some fun. Sit around 45 minutes to an hour and just hang out, talk sports, non-fantasy football sports too.
Shoot the breeze.
Shoot the breeze. Joe, do you have one job? One job.
Oh, I'm supposed to play music there?
One job, Joe. Come on, Morley.
Make sure you guys subscribe, like.
Mike.
Joe, that was another chance.
Mike,
Someone else
one more
want
thing.
to try?
You are a big Raider fan, right, Mike?
What's up? No, I'm not a big Raiders fan.